why Kamala is getting so much support is that if Trump wins, that Epstein client list is going to become public.
Yes.
And some of those billionaires behind Kamala are terrified of that outcome. Between Diddy and Epstein, there's probably several thousand hours of footage here.
Yeah. It's kind of weird that the people on those videos are lecturing the rest of us about our moral failings, isn't it?
Yeah, it's weird.
With the recent victory of Trump, Mark Wahlberg, Elon Musk, a vocal supporter of Trump, dropped a bombshell when he revealed that a number of anti-Trump CBS are close to Diddy. To make matters worse, Trump has even hinted at making Epstein's client list public now that he is in office, which could reveal some startling connections between the alleged activities and Diddy's infamous parties in the Epstein scandal. So who are these white CBS on Musk's radar, and why is he certain they were rotting in jail with Diddy? Mark Wahlberg wasn't just socially acquainted with Diddy, he also made business dealings with him. Together, Wahlberg and Diddy launched an alkaline water company called Aquahydrate, which promised health benefits and quickly gained a lot of notoriety. Wahlberg's role wasn't just about investing. He and Diddy actively promoted Aquahydrate by going to events together and using other well-known names to promote the brand. Now that Diddy is in prison, people are wondering if Wahlberg knew his secrets because he had the entire company with him.
Some of these are Ciroc, some of these are water, and you're just gonna, depending on if Mark gets the question right, every time he gets it wrong, you have to take a shot. Okay. All right? All right, Mark, on the periodic table.
Kentucky.
What is the... Now, you know, what's the symbol for water?
Wahlberg's history in the music business is well known, but he has stated that he left it all because he didn't feel comfortable with what was going on behind the scenes. Insiders claim that Wahlberg witnessed things in those circles that were too much for him to handle, especially around Diddy. Wahlberg had a prosperous rap career in the past with hits like Good Vibrations, but things took a turn for the worse when he began to observe disturbing behavior, particularly during the fervor of the East Coast-West Coast rap wars.
Sees you, and everybody has their own impressions of you, you know what I'm saying? And I just, do what I can to be myself, I'm not trying to put on the front. People see what they want, and they accept what they want.
With Elon's list indicating Wahlberg's involvement, people are beginning to question whether Wahlberg's departure from the music scene was also a step away from Diddy's world. Wahlberg later moved to Germany partly to avoid the chaos surrounding Diddy and other heavy hitters in the industry. He even mentioned the pressure to adopt a more gangster image that didn't sit well with him, which caused him to refocus his career on acting rather than hip-hop.
I think, I've done a lot of things to get a lot of different people's attention. Doing a Calvin Klein commercial would get somebody's attention who normally wouldn't be listening to a rap record or a Marky Mark record. But, I always keep it as the basis of the music.
We have Russell Brand, who has had a rocky connection with Diddy since the beginning. Russell spoke about how his forced trip to Vegas with Diddy seemed more like being dragged into something he couldn't leave than a vacation. This goes much beyond any normal relationship or casual Hollywood connection. Brian has described the trip as stressful, almost as if he was trapped under Diddy's spell. It didn't end there. Brian even reported having to look after Diddy's fish at his mansion while Diddy was abroad.
Say Diddy went, could you pick me up from the airport? I've got back from holiday, or I'm going away, would you feed my fish? And really didn't want to feed his fish. Oh, how much fish food you put in? He'd still do it because you think, oh, don't upset him. He's an influential person. But if you, imagine you get very friendly with him, he might ask you for loads of favours, and then he can't say no to.
Additionally, he acknowledged that Diddy put a lot of pressure on him to obey the rules in a way that made him uncomfortable. He talked about being treated more like a puppet than a friend and implied that the favors he received weren't your typical Hollywood trades. Additionally, keep in mind that Brand appeared in the film Get Him to the Greek, which seemed eerily realistic. Diddy's character psychologically coerces Brand's character into a situation that, when viewed in retrospect, seems uncannily similar to Brand's real encounter with Diddy.
What you've got to do is express what it would be like to have sex with all of these different people. It made me feel good.
I gotta be a rock star, man.
There's certain benefits to it.
But here,
the worst part is that Brand later talked about feeling like he was being prepared for Diddy's inner circle, where he couldn't say no. Now that his name is on this list, fans are going back and wondering if Diddy was much more sinister than he initially revealed.
Then you put the drugs up your ass. What's the problem?
Please don't make me do that.
This is the opportunity that you've been waiting for. You are now in the power position.
However, it was Jeff Bezos' name that truly caught me off guard, and Diddy have worked together professionally as well. In fact, Bezos and Amazon Studios helped Diddy Revolt TV get off the ground, and although Bezos' connection with Revolt TV first appeared to be just another business decision, the timing is lifting the eyebrows given the ongoing accusations regarding Diddy's private gatherings and events. Musk's list raises the possibility that Bezos and Diddy have deeper ties than just business. Fans are wondering if Bezos' affiliation with Revolution TV gave him insight into the more contentious aspects of Diddy's life, and let's face it, Bezos isn't the type to enter into partnerships with people without fully understanding what's going on behind the scenes. Now people are wondering if Bezos knew more about Diddy's personal activities and decided to remain silent.
Introduce you to the zone when you subscribe to Revolt TV. Teach you all about it. Teach you how to, inspire you, motivate you. Hold on, it's my city. Hold up.
Well, I think if Trump wins, we can do some house cleaning and shed light on.
And Ashton Kutcher is the one who is so terrified that he even fled the nation. Ashton and Diddy have a long history together dating back to the MTV days when Diddy called Ashton and said, "Don't pump me, man." They even ran a marathon together, attending various events together and looking tight, but once people realized that Ashton was the most frequent celebrity at Diddy's 2009 White Party, Ashton became hushed after Diddy was arrested. People uncovered an old sexy interview from 2019 in which Ashton became very apprehensive when asked about Diddy's parties. His entire demeanor was, "I have some secrets, but I won't say a word."
His old party buddy Ashton Kutcher may be moving to Europe to get away from Diddy, who he thinks may turn him in, among other people, to get himself out of jail. A source has told In Touch magazine that Ashton Kutcher and Mila Kunis, his wife, are doubling down on plans to move away from Hollywood and build a new life in Europe instead.
Ashton has been affected by the whole Diddy story, and he thinks Diddy will turn on him to protect himself. Ashton is so terrified that he and his wife Munis are preparing to relocate to Europe. Additionally, Ashton has previously been linked to men like Diddy. In 2023, Ashton's best friend Danny Masterson was given a 30-year prison sentence for the words of 2 women and multiple others who accused him of sexual assault. Rather than pardoning his behavior, Ashton wrote character letters to the judge requesting that Danny be released, but the backlash became so severe that he was forced to apologize in public.
They are aware of the pain that has been caused by the character letters that we wrote on behalf of Danny Masterson.
We support victims. We have done this historically through our work and will continue to do so in the future.
A couple months ago, Danny's family reached out to us and they asked us to write character letters to represent the person that we knew for 25 years so that the judge could take that into full consideration relative to the sentencing.
The letters were not written to question the legitimacy of the judicial system or the validity of the jury's ruling.
They were intended for the judge to read. And not to undermine the testimony of the or re-traumatize them in any way. We would never want to do that. And we're sorry if that has taken place.
Our heart goes out to every single person who's ever been a victim of sexual assault, sexual abuse, or rape.
Another businessman, Ron Burkle, who is purportedly on the list, is Ron Burkle, a powerful investor who has long been associated with Diddy's empire. Burkle not only contributed over $100 million to Sean John Diddy's fashion line, but he also gave Diddy the financial support he needed to grow his brand. However, Burkle's name has recently surfaced in a lot of dubious contexts, particularly with rumors of his affiliation with Jeffrey Epstein's network. That's right, Burkle's past with Epstein makes his friendship with Diddy even more dubious.
And we're very, very proud today to open one of many shops to come and to keep growing and evolving our partnership with Macy's, the greatest retailer in the world. Thank you very much.
Burkle has maintained a quiet profile, yet he has had a big financial impact on Diddy's career. Diddy was able to enter high-stakes banking and technology through a collaboration which provided him with the means to enter exclusive circles. Burkle is one of the more contentious figures on Musk's list because of his financial support and participation in high-profile events with Diddy.
Just very strange for a lot of people that the list of clients that went to the island has not been made public.
Yeah, it's very interesting, isn't it? Probably will be, by the way. Probably.
So if you're able to, you'll be...
Another name that fans are beginning to recall is Leonardo DiCaprio, who frequently attended Diddy's white parties. One of these occasions, the 1998 fight party in East Hampton, is still discussed today for its crazy and contentious scenes.
Who's the person that's #1 on that invitation list?
Leonardo DiCaprio.
And I can get on that list,
yes,
right?
Yes, without a doubt, you are invited.
That is so generous of you. Cheers to that.
Conveniently taking a vacation to Italy when Diddy's legal troubles became public, DiCaprio was photographed by paparazzi spending time with his new girlfriend. However, fans weren't duped. As you can see, Leo has also been accused of being on the DL and having affairs. He allegedly only dates up-and-coming models who would profit greatly from being seen in public, which also serves to deflect attention from any rumors regarding his sexual orientation. Leonardo's management is thought to be keeping him from coming out publicly because they think it would damage his reputation as a Hollywood playboy and heartbreaker. Finally, but just as importantly, we have when the accusations began to surface, Fat Joe, who has been one of Diddy's closest allies in hip-hop for more than 30 years, publicly voiced his support for Diddy, calling the situation a nightmare and expressing his hope that it would simply go away. However, his unwavering loyalty has people scratching their heads, especially now that he's connected to the...
I don't know all the details, but I've been praying for him and his family, and he's my friend for 30 years. And so I'm never... You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna just see what the outcome is, and I'm praying that the best.
Fat Joe's close relationship with Diddy means that he has witnessed a lot over the years, and people are sharing their thoughts on this one user who didn't hold back when stating that Musk is putting himself in danger here. Joe and Diddy have a history dating back to the 1990s, and they have experienced the highs and lows of the industry together. Another pointed out how Trump and Musk share similar views, saying that Trump and Elon are very similar in their approaches to direct and concise thought. Then there's the catchphrase that perfectly captures the spirit. Let there be light, and may it shine so bright and clear that nothing is hidden. Clearly, people are here for Musk shaking up Hollywood and shining the light on what's been hidden for too long. What do you think of this list? For more, and don't forget to press the like and subscribe buttons.